Right, welcome back. We got something a bit different today. I'm gonna have a bit of a project. Take a look at this. We have got 1985 GL1200 Goldwing. Check it out. £100 I paid for this. She needs a bit of work to her. But yeah, no start, no battery. You know, cigarette lighter. Look at this. Check it out. Look, auto volume, tone for the radio. We've got the old cassette tape here. Look, it's got cruise control, more radio on and off when you go in, turn signals. It's got air suspension. It's got a compressor on here somewhere. But yeah, check that out. How cool does that look? I've got the screen, the other box on the side. That's over there. But yeah, something a bit different for the channel. We're going to try and bring this one back to life. So yeah, stay tuned to this one. We're going to pull all this apart. We need to get to the engine and the carbs because she doesn't run. I got some new fuel, some bits and bobs. So yeah, I'm going to attack this in a minute. I'm going to take some bits off it, try and expose it. Back brake, non-existent. Throttle's a bit sticky dicky. Front brake feels alright. Non-existent clutch. No resistance in there, so we'll have a look at that. But yeah, check her out. She's a bit rusty in places, but I'm up for a challenge. So if you like what you see, stay tuned. I'll check back in with you. Let's have a look inside here first. Does it open like this? Oh, I don't know. Oh, that bit's off already. We've got rear speakers. We've got luggage, some mirrors off the side. What else we got in here? What's this? Oh, we've got some rubber grommets. Anything in there interesting? What's in here? Oh, some nice bits of chrome. They must be for the front there, look. So yeah, stay tuned. And I'm going to start pulling some of this off. Look, we've even got a mirror. That's quality. So yeah, stay tuned. Goldwing Honda GL1200. Try and leave it there and do a bit of work. Let's take some of it apart. Take this off. Some speakers and some stuff in here, some goodies. Mirrors. Got mirrors and all sorts in here. So we're going to get the seat off now. Well, the back box, sorry. Start taking it apart, see what we can find. I'm sure there's going to be some nasties in here. But it's all part of it, isn't it? What a classic though. Let's see what's attached here. We've got some wires from that. Phillips screwdriver. Do we need a screwdriver for this? I can get it out. Can't get it out. Right, we got the back off. There's 4 bolts inside. I've had to cut a few wires here for the side boxes because I didn't want to chase that out, if you know what I mean. There's a lot of doctoring on here, so yeah. I'm going to try and pull this box off and go from there. This doesn't want to stand up today. Maybe not. I'll be back in a minute. GoPro doesn't want to stand up, but yeah, we got a couple of bolts here. There's a couple of bolts down there. She should come off. So yeah, I'll be back in a minute. That's it. There's 2 bolts in here, 2 in there, 1 plug here. Easy disconnect. Don't know what these ones are from, but yeah, never worked on one of these before, so it's gonna see what happens. I think next one would be would it be the seat? Shall I see if I can get the seat up? Oh, there's the compressor. So yeah, it's got a built-in compressor. I think there's your adapter there for the air suspension, so you can blow your own tyres up. Don't know if any of it's still working, but we're gonna have a go. That's the fuel pump. We're gonna have a look at that. But yeah, I think I'm gonna try and get the seat off maybe next. So I'll be back in a minute. Right, it's time to bring out some bigger tools. We got an Allen key there for the seat, so we're gonna have a go at getting that off. I think there's another bolt under here, should slide back, it looks like. I'll get the seat off. Right, that's it. There's a bolt here and a bolt on the other side, and then she just lifts up like this. There's the fuel tank. She's a crusty old girl, but we're going to bring her back to life. Right, been a bit busy, some crazy doctoring of wires here, so doing what I do best, I cut them off. So yeah, we're going to try and remove this somehow. 10 mil, 10 mil. I don't even know what that is. Right, I can't get chrome off the back because there's an aerial that runs through inside here and into there. So I'll give up on that. Come to the front. I'm going to get this bit off, see what happens from there. But yeah, she's looking a bit bare now. Let's keep going, see what we find. Just took some boxes off here, 4 screws on both sides. That was nice and easy. Let's get into it. Right, we're making a bit of progress. Got this front off. Got this side cover off. I'm going to take these crash bars off this side, take these lights off, got one on both sides, and then yeah, and then get this one off, copy and repeat. Yeah, she's looking empty now. Just look at it though. Look at it. Now this is right up my street, so if you like what you see, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, it's free. If you want to see this come back to life with me riding it, stay tuned. Well, I've just been trying to get the crash bars off. As you can see under there, she's behind the exhaust. Just there, she don't want to come. So yeah, I got to drop the exhaust headers. Didn't really want to do that. But yeah, they look a bit rusty. Yeah, I think I've got to pull that out. There's another one there. There'd be another one somewhere else. But yeah, let's keep going. It's that time of the day where you all need a cup of tea. I've got that stupid frame guard there, goes in between the exhaust headers. So now I've got to strip them off. Bit of a pain in the ass. The inside the tank's looking very crusty, so I think the tank's got to come off next, be cleaned, and carbs. But yeah, she's coming apart. I'd imagine I've got to do the same on this side with the exhaust. Not that I want to, but that's just the way it is. She's looking like a bare bike now. Yeah, if anyone's got any of these bikes and they know some pointers, tips and tricks, or troubled areas, or troubleshooting, common causes, anything like that, don't forget to put in the comments and I'll message everybody back. But yeah, we're going to try something different on this channel now. I've done a bit of kayaking, winter's come in, so we're gonna try and do a restoration. But she only cost £100. She's a Goldwing GL1200. She's just looking a little bit unloved. Look how old that is. 2013 it was last taxed. Well, the old paper tax anyway. 2016 it was last on the roads. It's 2025 now. So yeah, there's a bit of work to do on her, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna go on an adventure. We're gonna get stressed, battered fingers. We're gonna do it. So I'm going to get that exhaust off after my cup of tea. I'm back in a bit. Right, we got it off in the end. Had to do some bolts down here. Get down there. And then, yeah, a couple of bolts here, a couple of bolts there. A couple on the foot peg at the bottom, just here. Both sides. And, yeah, drop that down. Engine guard. She's coming apart now. I've looked inside the fuel tank, but the fuel tank's got a rust. So I think I'm gonna have to get some pebbles and some stuff, take the tank off, give it a shake around, take the fuel pump out, make sure the fuel pump's still good. I don't want no shit to get in there. There's the air compressor. Don't know whether it works or not, but yeah, still can't get that off because the aerial goes through, right through the frame there, and then up into that peg. And then it comes all the way down here, and then it goes all the way into here, into the back of a tape deck, if you're sitting at anything like that. So when I was a child. But yeah, just having a look now, pick my tools up. Only bloody lose them all. No, that's not right. That must go there, that goes there. Oh, that is there. I don't really know. I don't really know. But yeah, next. Right, back again, day 2 on the Goldwing. Yeah, got some wires pretty much stripped down now, out the harnesses and whatever. But yeah, today we're gonna have a go at getting the back wheel out of the bike completely. So I need to get the tank out. There's rust inside this tank. Can you see down in there? It is not looking good. So some vinegar and a chain, shake it around. So I've got to get the tank out. Tank's got to come out. But apparently to get the tank out, you've got to take the back wheel out, take this out, and the tank comes out from this way. So absolutely shitty design. There's the air suspension. But yeah, she's looking a bit tired. Fuel pump, we're going to try and get the carbs out later if I've got time. Airbox and all that's got to come out here. Some other bits to do down there. But yeah, today I'm going to try and get this back wheel out because I need a new tyre. Even though the tyre looks really good, but it's really old. And there's a little badge here, look, telling you all about the tyres and what sizes they are. So yeah, I'm going to undo the shocks, lift them out the way, undo this, loosen these 4 drive shaft nuts, go around to the other side. The same again, there's another bolt here, axle bolt. Got to loosen the caliper, undo this suspension arm. There's a pinch bolt somewhere. Where is she? There's a pinch bolt here. We're going to undo the pinch bolt. We're going to try get that wheel out. So yeah, I haven't got a tripod at the minute, so I'm going to undo these few bolts like I said, and then I'll turn the camera back on. Right, we're off. Got the drive shaft bolts undone, just there. Main bolt, suspension disconnected. We took the brake caliper bracket off here. Just got that on the floor because I need to rebuild. We're just literally taking that out. There's a spacer there, so I've got to be careful where that goes. And there it is. So that's got to go on that. This should come out the way. I'll put that back on there so I don't lose it. And theoretically, well, there's another wheel spacer, so that can go back on there. Let's have a look on this side. Is it going to come off? I don't know. Oh, it is. She's coming out there at the drive shaft. I'll put the camera down, we'll be back in a minute. Right, yeah, the tyre was bound up a little bit on the edge of there. There's no left to right movement on that, which is really good. But yeah, she's out, bolts back on. It's mad when you twist that, it wants to turn it. So I've got to make sure I keep this clean as a drive shaft. Never worked on one of these before, so it's all new to me. So now it looks like this piece, there's a bolt there, and there's a crusty one under there and there, and I think then this plate from there to come out, and some plastic. So I'll be back. Right, yeah, we got this there. There was an under tray here, literally just pushes in and clips under there for my own reference. But yeah, a bit of a fucker to get out. A bit of rust on the tank there, gotta sort that out. So yeah, we got a tank bolt up there. Gotta find out what's on this side. She's coming out. She can only come out the back end of there. But these airline brackets here, that's gonna have to be moved. I don't really want to disconnect all that, but I think I've got to, because that's not passing that. So that's the next one. Take this bolt out, release this. I'll have to take this airline off here. Just got to be really careful where it's going. Air shocks are off. It's looking really bad now. Right, we took this off. Went through there. See that through there? This side come from this side, went under the tank. I've lifted it up out of the way. It's all to do with the air suspension. So I'll just try and keep that intact. I'll have to take the brake reservoir off. Take the cage off for the battery. Then figure out that, how it's coming out. But yeah, we're getting through it. Never worked on one of these before. And I gotta say, it's a pain in the fucking ass. But yeah, and we gotta work our way through all that after. But one job at a time, work on the back end, get the tank out because the tank's pretty dirty. Once we've addressed that, we can do some more digging inside. It's my camera dirty. Sorry about that, but yeah. So as soon as I've done that, back inside. But yeah, I'm gonna get this off. Let this dangle down. I think there's a bolt there. Take that cage off and I'll be back. We took the seat mechanism off the top of the tank. Just got to double check round here. I've done this bolt out. Got to go round now, making sure what goes where. Right here, look, there's a fuel wire. What have we got there? The yellow and the green. So the green goes to the front of the bike, yellow goes to the back. I can pull them out like so. Green to the front, yellow to the back. Yeah, I'm going to try and get this wiring loom out of the way, take this off and I'll be back. Yeah, we're fighting it here. Let's take the foot peg off. And there's a little nut down there, you can see. The tank's loose. I've had wires. I think I've got to take that off there. Let's see the rear brake. So I'm just taking that off, put some bolts back in. I might have to take that cradle off. I'm struggling here, struggling. Get this tank off. Right, I'm not gonna lie. I've just been fighting this for a while now, but I got her out. She was bound up by these wires, clips, they all come down and then round the corner through a little gap. I've had to disconnect it all because it won't come in. There's a breather attached here. There's the fuel pump screw was attached to the tank, and obviously the main pipe on there. But yeah, to get it through here, guys, yeah, absolute pig. I lost the plot a couple of times, if I'm honest. Hooking, started kicking it a few times, but we got her out. So we can get to the engine a bit better now. She's looking a bit gunky lunky under there, so got to clean her up a little bit more. But yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. I've never done this before, and if I can do it, you can do it too. So don't forget to like and subscribe, comment, and if you own one, you got some advice, please hit me up. Yeah, tank's out now. Woo! See you in a bit. Right, tank's out. I've put a bolt over there just to, oh sorry if yeah, I put a bolt over there just to get in the pipe, as you can see. But tank's out there, very rusty inside, so vinegar, yada yada yada. Ooh. And yeah, now you're gonna have a look at getting these carbs off. Looks like quite a fucking nightmare, to be honest. I want this one off first. But yeah, there's quite a few pipes and bits to undo there, so undo these. 2 bolts here, 2 bolts there, the boot there, see if I can spin it round. Just there, gotta get this cap off. Don't know how that's attached just yet. But yeah, we're gonna get to that. I think this is the choke. It's a choke arm. So yeah, I'm gonna do some work on this side, pull the caps off, flip it round. Or have I got to undo the radiator first? Do you reckon I've got to take the rad off? Oh, there's a big radiator behind there. Don't really want to take that radiator off if I can help it. But there's a lot of pipes and stuff on here, so I've got to be very cautious now, because I ain't took one of these apart before. So yeah, I'm gonna do this cap, these two, get this up out the way, get this off, spin these boots round, take the O-rings out, and go round to the other side, see what's on the other side. I think that's the best idea. But yeah, back in a minute. Alright, gotta be careful. Took this side off, unscrewed these boots here, spin them round, put a bit of paper towel, took that cover off. Excuse me. Same again on this side, cover off, cigarette lighter off, leads up there. Pipe I've had to take off the back of here, but it's just dropped off inside there. I'm not sure where that goes. So now we're coming to the top of the block. This is where the airbox is. Just took this tube off here, this one here. So yeah, we're going to pull this up. Hopefully it comes out like so. Oh, so that's a breather for the air filter. That's got to come off. And then there's 2 Phillips, one there, one there. It's looking dirty in there. We'll take this bit out as well. There's 4 screws, and I'll be back in a minute. Right, I've took the fuel pump off here, and there's 2 wires there. It's the black one. That's pump's good, but the filter's knackered. We've got the fuel come out of there, so now she's loose. She's pretty loose, this carburetor, but she's a beast. She's massive. But in the middle here, we've got some throttle cables. It looks like there's 2 Phillips screws here, one there and one there. I reckon if I loosen them, we'll be able to, if I remember this now, that's top, the fatter side, this fatter side's the bottom, this thinner one's the top. I think if I take that bracket off, I can take all this off in one. So I'm just going to do that. But we've got the airbox off, put the screws back in there for reference. But yeah, she's getting there now. But yeah, she's a, for anyone that don't know what I'm doing, she's a Honda Goldwing GL1200 Aspencade. But yeah, she just needs a bit of loving. I'm gonna get her back on the road. She doesn't start, so fuel tank was crusty as hell. Shocks look a bit knackered, but I'll sort that out later. Back wheel had to come out, need new tyres anyway. Chrome work's looking a bit cruddy. But yeah, but to get the tank out, all this has had to come off, unfortunately. And to get the carburetor off, which is a big lump. All that's set to come off. So I'm going to do them cables and see if I'm getting bound up on any more pipes, because I've had a few pipes. But yeah, I'm going to undo them, loosen the cables off, and I'll be back in a minute. Right, to get this out, there's a choke cable we've had to undo off this bracket here, off this bracket just here. And then this breather, this one here with a grey tip on it, and on the carburetor on the left hand side of the engine. But can you see my finger there? I don't know if you can see that, just there in between. You see that? Just in there, just right at the bottom of there. And I think now she's out. So carburetor out. I'll put these bolts back in. Like I said, I've never worked on this bike, so I'm not prepared to lose anything. Every bolt I've took out, I've put back in. I know it's time consuming when you put it back together, but I'd rather that than a headache. But yeah, got to buy a kit now for that. Carburetor rebuild kit, see what jets are in it. And yeah, I'm going to have a look at trying to get this part out. Right, back again. Here we go. We've got the carbs out. We've officially got the carbs out now. If anyone's new, I don't know what I'm doing. This is a Honda Goldwing GL1200 Aspencade 1985. The state has gone on it, so engine's got to come out because it's inside here. So unfortunately, engine's got to come out. Drive shaft's just been disconnected in there. So I've got to go around now looking for pipes, hoses, clips, blah blah blah, and wiring, and then we're going to try and get this giant out. But yeah, to get the fuel tank out, because it was rusty, it's buried from the back side of the bike here, and it goes up to here. But to get that out of there, you've got to strip, oh excuse me, you've got to strip the whole back end down. And I'm not gonna lie, it's a bit of a beefy job if I'm honest. I haven't even started on the front end and the brakes and the shocks or nothing, but this engine's got to come out. The carb, I've got bits everywhere, look. And those two boxes are full of it, and the fuel tank. So yeah, but in here we've got the carbs, got an R1 engine there, 5VY. Anyway, so yeah, carbs, got to have a full tear down, got to buy a kit for it. But inside there, look, she's nasty, she's very nasty. So yeah, that's gonna stay in there for a couple of days, stay in there for a couple of days, and then a big tear down. Let's put the stop them getting in there. But yeah, full tear down. But yeah, I'm gonna have a go at getting the engine out, take some bolts out. I'll let you know what I'm doing, and we'll go from there. See you in a bit. Right, to get the engine out now, we've got a bolt down here. We've got the slave cylinder hose for the clutch. There's a switch here. There's two top mounts, one in there. There's a green switch. That must be something to do with the water pump. There's a couple of switches there. There's a big bolt here that needs to come out. Oil filter housing. Oh my days. The chrome's just falling off, isn't it? Oh dear. Look at this. That's not good. But anyway, yeah, there's a wire under here. I don't know where it goes to. It's just there. So there's something there. We've got 2 top belts. I don't know what that is. I really don't know what that is. I'm trying not to take the radiator out. I want to try and leave the rad in. So you got this clip here. Don't know where that's meant to go. Underneath here to this one. What's this? Okay, there's a little screw on top of there. So that plug there, that green plug goes onto the front. I need to remember this. Gotta get this off. This must be something else. But yeah, I'm going to do that back in a bit. Right, I've took 2 bolts out of here, one each side, but there's a plate. And these wires and whatever went on there, I've passed to the front. Kind of out the way, but they're kind of attached to something else on the other side. But at the minute, we're gonna have to drain. We're gonna have to drain the fluids out of here. It's a very crusty bolt. There we go. Oh, that doesn't look very good. I think we better take the radiator cap off, don't you? And that's up here. Well, kind of missed that one, didn't we? It's going all over the bloody camera. But yeah, I'm just going to let that drain. I'll be back after. Well, we made a mess of the water, the coolant. But now we're going to take off. You can see that under there. All down there. Slave cylinder 12mm. I'm going to disconnect that. Collect any fluids. And we're going to do this bolt. I'm going to leave that one in. I'm going to put a jack under it then. And just make sure I've got nothing else attached because it's going to rip the wires out. So I've got a feeling this engine's going to weigh a little bit. I've still got to drop the oil. But yeah, I'm just going to take that slave cylinder off. Right, I'm on the other side of the bike now. I've took the foot peg off here. There seems to be some kind of pipe there, that's got to come off. So we're going to do that. But I'm going to try and take this cage, this bolt here, bolt there, lift that up out the way. 2 bolts here. I think that whole side comes off. I just got to check. I've got to take this hose off here. Just go around, make sure there's no wires in the way. But I think we're nearly there to get it out. I'm not 100% sure, but we're going to give it a go. Right, I'm struggling to get these out of the way. But there's a bolt there, and there's one over there. So I'm hoping lets me get that little A-frame out. That's right. There's an A-frame here. The lugs have got to face to the front of the bike. There's 2 bolts on top. It was just up there. So now I think this plate can come out with it. See the cables? They fit on the front. So that's the front. So that's that. Now we got a better look at what's going on. But yeah, I'm gonna take this bit off here, take that bit off there, go round, double check. There's another pipe here to the rad, so I want to get this one disconnected. This one, sorry, so we don't want any problems there. That's the bottom of the radiator to the thermostat housing, I think, maybe. It looks like oil filter, thermostat, radiator. I'm trying not to take the radiator out, but I don't really know how it's going to go, because these frames come out, it should drop down. But yeah, I'm just going to have a good look around the bike now, make sure nothing else is connected, and then I'll be back. But yeah, I'm going to take that off the front. Had to take the thermostat pump, but there's nothing inside, so someone's had that apart. Also, put the bolts back in here, got this hose off there, bolts back in here, and then down here you got the stator cover, which goes to this one here that's on the battery box. I've got to disconnect that. There's another wire, so I'm gonna have another look around. Yep, so I've got these bolts off now, got this bolt off, this one off, this casing should come off. There was a wire on the starter, but I've just took that up out there, so go round and again. I've cut stator wires off here. Look, there was another plug that went to that thing just behind it. I've took that out of the way, left those wires on there. That's a stator, someone's had a doctor on it. So yeah, we're gonna go around one last time now, start looking for anything that's gonna foul, getting it out. Yeah, got an issue. There's one wire that comes up here, it goes behind this rad and it goes in here somewhere. I don't know what it's for. I've got to start unbolting stuff to see if I can get at it. Apart from that, she's hanging, she's out. Good job I clocked that wire voice. I'm gonna rip it off. So yeah, I'm gonna chase that up to here, take some bits off, and I'll be back. Right, the rad's had to come out. There's a bracket there, one on that side, and there's a breather pipe up here, so I've just yanked it off for now. But yeah, right, this cable, it is the timing, I think, for the cam, goes all the way up behind the rad, behind these pipes, and all the way up there. An absolute arsehole. But yeah, I think the engine's ready to come out. We got her out. We got it out. Look at the size of it. Don't fancy putting that back in on my own. Don't even do it justice how big this is. That is one lump. All the work we got to do is on this back end here. But yeah, bare bones, Goldwing GL1200 Aspen cage, 1985.